while I remember, I think I'm going to just change the path here for my lower terrace tiles because Max didn't do it the way it should have. So I'll jump into my finals folder. I don't know why Max didn't do it. Usually the resource collector is pretty good. Actually, I have a feeling that it did do it. It's just that it shows the wrong file here. I think it actually. I reworked the file because I did paint in these dirt marks and such on the original texture, and I think Max did collect the resource correctly. It's just showing the wrong texture map here. I'm going to double check and look through here to make sure. Terrace tile rework. Oh, that's the lower terrace. Okay. This is upper terrace tiles painted too, so it was my fault, not Max's. I got the wrong file name. So we're looking for upper terrace tiles. Right there. So it wasn't Max's fault, it was me being silly and not recognising the right file name. Right. So it's all good. You can trust Max's resource collector, which I've never had a problem with in the past. It surprised me to get out. It was just showing that as the wrong path here in my material editor because that was my old version that I replaced with the painted version that I did in Mari, so I just didn't delete the material from my material stack here. So I was just looking at the wrong file basically. Now did we do our rotunda? I can't remember now. I got distracted. Let's see. I don't think we did. So center rotunda top. And I don't have to pick it because I know where it is in my texture stack. It's going to be right here. And that one's called Mosaic Tile Painted because I took it into Mari and just threw some dirt marks on it here and there to dirty it up. Like I've been explaining, anything that sits outside is going to be dirty. Make sure it's dirty. Texture wise, of course. Mosaic Tile Painted TTA. This one just here. Okay, now let's see. I think these two large columns could do with being normal mapped as well. Again, I only have to export one mesh though because they both used, I just buried up the texture. So, one mesh, two textures. Now when you've got another 20 minutes lateness to finish your pixel. Okay, let's find the textures that we're using for those. Where are my textures here? What are you doing? light-based painted.tga. Light-based painted. It looks like I might have used one texture for that and rotate. That's what I did. I was getting confused actually. What I ended up doing for those two large banisters there is instead of creating two unique textures, one for here and one for here, you'll notice that the textures are different, but all I ended up doing was rotating one of the columns 180 degrees, so I didn't have to create a new texture, but the textures look unique. You're not going to get them done by the time I finish, Leaders, are you? Alright, so we've got those. Again, I want probably normal maps for these smaller columns as well. We can save out one model because the model was then just repeated, but we created, I think, 4 different versions of the texture that were repeated around the outside. So we'll save the model. My plan for today is to get all of these different bits that I want texture map exported, normal maps I should say exported, so that when I come back next week on Monday, we can jump straight into Meld to create the normal maps, and then we probably will have to jump back into Max one more time so that I can attach all of these different pieces together and export this model so that I can import it into EonView to do the beauty render. But that will be next week. So I want to concentrate on getting these normal map pieces of geometry exported first so I can normal map them. So let's see the textures that they are using. Okay, it looks like it's this row here, and it looks like I created 3 versions. Small balcony columns painted 2. Small balcony columns painted 3. Okay. So that one, and that one. So I created 3 versions. My apologies, not 4. We got away with just 3. Again, because we rotated them 180 degrees and that gave us 6, in effect, unique textures as we repeated around the outside. Okay, so the small column's done. I do want to do this large sandstone wall as well, because that would really benefit from having a normal map put on it. And again, we're just going to find our texture. It shouldn't be too hard because it's only one texture. This one here. And Terrace Base Complete is what it's called. That one just there. Alright, so let's just recap what we've actually exported to normal maps. We've done the borders, the stairs, we've done the railings, we've done the base of the border. Yeah, I tend to lose track of time as well, Eaton, so I know what that's like, which is good. I mean, it just means you enjoy what you do. It's not unusual to find out that hours have gone past before you realise it. Always so much stuff to do with 3D. Yes, and life does go quick, and believe me, the older you get, the quicker it goes. Well, the faster time seems to speed up. It's the other thing that I've noticed. I remember people always saying that, but I never believed them, but it's true. The years just fly by. Let's see. I think I'll do normal maps before I decide on these columns. I'm just going to double check anything else up here. I could normal map these banisters, these small banister railings, but I don't really know that they benefit too much from a normal map, to be honest. I know that these railings here won't benefit from a normal map. They'll benefit from a specular map because they're metallic, but not a normal map. Actually, this ring will definitely benefit from one though. So, Doom ring bottom. Believe me, if you notice it at 18 to 19 leetness, you're going to notice it a lot more the older you get. It's worse and worse. Faster and faster. Let's find out the texture that ring, lower ring is using. That's this one here. Dome ring bottom painted. Dome ring bottom painted, that one just there. Okay. And I also want to export the top ring up here. Now, I'm doing this selectively because, like I said, I don't want everything to be normal mapped. If, you could normal map everything. You don't need to though. A lot of the pieces of geometry you won't gain anything by putting a normal map on the texture. And again, I'm just going to find that texture that's being used for that top ring there. This one here, and that one is called Dome Ring Top Painted. Makes sense. Dome Ring Top, that one just there. I'll move that into our null folder as well. Okay, so I'm not going to normal map the wrought iron here, because again, it's not really going to benefit from having a normal map put on it. I will normal map these columns though. It's just a bit slow because these columns are a little bit higher poly because of all of that intricate detail that's happening on the actual column part in the middle. It's not actually just a texture here, that's actually modeled into the geometry of the column. This detail work is actually modeled into the column, it's not a texture. My perception of past time is what's changing, you think, lateness? Yeah, probably. You know, I know time is not actually speeding up. That's physically impossible. Well, more unlikely. Yeah, it's just my perception of time, that's exactly right. But it sure does feel like it's speeding up. Let's find the texture we're using here. It looks like I probably didn't have that texture loaded up, that's why it's popped it on top of my other materials here, which is a bit annoying. Come on, Mac. And it's a multi-material, so. Getting myself organised here because I like to keep my material stack here nice and clean. Makes finding stuff a lot easier. Okay, so we want in column.tga. And this one's here. And we want in column pillar, that makes sense. Alright. Okay, so and I know I repeated that texture around, I only used one texture for those columns, so we don't have to worry about one of them. So, like if you had a boring month with the same routine, it could take place in memory as a day. So the solution is to get some events happening. Yeah, meeting new people is always good. I'm just trying to work out what else we're going to export for our normal maps here. Yeah, well, that's good. The summer was pretty eventful, it's always good. And meeting new people is always good. Being social is a good thing to do. Particularly if you're working in an industry like 3D or any design industry or a programming industry, anything like that where you spend a lot of time on a computer. Sometimes you can forget about the outside world. You tend to spend so much time sitting and staring at a screen. It depends on the work too, I guess. Let's see, what else do I want to turn into a normal map? I'm not going to do the sides of that rotunda. I just want the mosaic tile at the top here. Again, because you're not really going to notice any normal map on that side curve. I've done those columns, done those. I'm trying to decide whether, probably for the top, yeah, 'cause I'm not doing a normal map for the wrought iron. I'm not doing one for the railing here. I probably will do normal maps for these large columns here, I think, and probably these smaller ones here as well. So let's do that. I've only got to export one version though, because that's the same model, just with different texture maps. That's the reason why you want to work in a huge studio at the obsoleteness. Yep, I can relate to that. I mean, yeah, I'm employed by an archviz company and I do a lot of work from home, but there are occasions I've got to go into the office, and I do have a desk at the office that I can use, so it's always nice to have other people around you. I have found though, when you've got other people in an office environment, while the social aspect is great, you don't tend to get as much work done, just because people are constantly talking to you. Which is nice. It's nice to have conversations with other people, but I'm more productive when I'm not interrupted, like in an office. That's why I like to work from home a lot. Even when I'm doing work for the people that employ me, I still like to work at home when I can. I can't always, of course. There are times where you've got to coordinate with other people, so you've got to go in and work in the office. And it's good for socialising, like I said. Let's find the texture we're using for those columns. And this one here. This one here. And again, I think I used the one texture and rotated the column 180 degrees so that you wouldn't notice that we've repeated the texture. Column left painted. So doing this is a good revision to see how I put the model together anyway, for anyone that's new that might be watching. What's this called? B column left painted, okay. No. It's not, oh, it is called B column. Why did I put a B in front of it? So we. Anyway, let's copy that into an old folder. I think I might have just forgot to delete the B from the front of that, but anyway, I'll leave it like that now. What are you saying here? Some like Valve or Blizzard? Yeah, no, working for Blizzard would be great. Or Valve. Yeah, those companies have a lot of people looking to work for them. Valve or Blizzard, yeah. They're not short of resumes, put it that way. But you are right, you do get inspired by other people around you. And you do get feedback, instant feedback, yeah. But of course Twitch is good for that type of feedback as well. This is one of the reasons I love streaming on Twitch. Just the instant feedback I get with you guys in chat. You can certainly get that in Twitch as well. But you're right, it's not the same as when you're working with people in an office environment. You can throw ideas off one another and work that way as well, which is always good. And of course it's just always nice sometimes to watch what other people are doing, see what other people are working on. You're not so much focused on your own piece of work. And yes, it's good to get experience because you will be exposed to a lot of different ways of working in an office environment with a lot of other people. Because like I was saying, when I work I show you my way, but everybody has their own specific way of doing the same thing, so you can experience it all and be exposed to it all and choose the one that you think works best for you. There's no point aiming with your art for anything less than Blizzard. No, well fine, that's exactly true, aim for the stars. There's no reason you can't work with Blizzard. I'm saying you can't. I'm just saying that those large companies do have a lot of people that want to work for them. Or Square Enix level right away. No, but that's true. Make it a goal. It's always good to have goals in life. Yeah, now Heather makes a really good point actually, and that's what I was just about to say as well. I've worked for a large studio and I've worked for a small studio, and believe me, I much prefer to work for a small studio. You're not treated as a number. They really value their employees. You get to know your fellow employees a lot better. It's just a better overall environment to work in. So yeah, my advice, even if you had if I had given a choice, I would always choose a smaller studio. I mean, the studio I work at now, the Archviz studio, has probably only about 18 to 20 employees, with maybe, as far as designers go, 3D artists, modelers go, there's only 5 of us, and I like that. I worked in a studio previously that had about 300 people, and it was night and day. Working for a smaller studio is much better. Go big or go home. Fine, that's cool, Ethan. But as Heather says, don't don't diss small studios, because I actually find working for a smaller studio to be more enjoyable, for me anyway. Yeah, less bureaucracy, that's true, Heather. Yeah. And there can be a lot of bureaucracy in a large studio, and lots of politics as well, which was something was new to me at the time when I worked for a large studio. All the politics that can go on behind the scenes. A real eye-opener. So yeah, that's why I prefer to work in a small studio. I'm sure that there are some large studios that are quite fine to work for, but yeah, the same. So we've got those large columns. I do want to do these smaller columns as well. And I think we're going to be just about done soon. I don't think there are too many more pieces of geometry. I'm just going to grab the texture map for that smaller column. And it is F column right painted. F column right painted, that one just there. So we have those columns. You're one of two environment artists, Heather. Yep, it's nice. I like a lot more than working on a large studio. Yeah, the large ones do have a lot of resources. But it does take forever to get stuff done and approved. That's another good point actually, yeah, that's very true. Generally with the larger the studio, the more people it has to go through for approval. So working in a smaller studio, you generally have a lot more control over your own work. Not so many sets of eyes that have to look at it to approve it. But you're exactly right. You can make art anywhere you find happiness. That's a good point. But your work is good, Leighton, so I don't think you have a problem. I do want to see some stuff textured up though. I've seen a lot of really great, your modelling work is wonderful. I haven't seen any of your work that's textured. I mean, maybe you've done it in the past and I just haven't seen it. It's important to texture as well. You certainly got the modelling and detailing down pat though. So I wouldn't have thought you'd have a problem. Yeah, his stuff is awesome, isn't it, Heather? I think it's great. His work is very nice. And working from the concept art the way he does a really good job. Really good. Let's have a look. Is this the one you showed me yesterday, Lateness, or the other day? That's a piece of work Galen's working on. Really nice as well. You're working on the boots now? Because this is what you showed me yesterday or the day before, isn't it, Linus? Yeah, nice detailing you've got going on in the boots. Really nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to have a look at your texturing work. Because you certainly got the modelling part down pat. You won't have a problem there. So we've got those columns, the smaller columns. I really want to finish choosing the pieces for the normal maps today, because when I come back next week I want to start creating the normal maps and then exporting the model for view. I'm sure you guys have seen enough of me working in Max here on this model. The belts and stitching, okay. So I think 2 more column exports and they would probably be done for exporting for normal maps with this model. Let's export this one. My mistake. I need to export selected, not the And again, I'm just going to choose my texture here. And it looks like it was a multi-material. I don't know why it did that. Anyway, what are these textures it's using? I think it's because I created it in two separate pieces, that's why there's two textures. Let's see what that image is. The underlying grey colour, which we painted over, so... This is the one we want, bottom left painted. This one just here. And again, we only have to copy one because we rotated the column 180 degrees to make it unique on the other side. And then we've got these two columns up the top, which are again are slightly different. Give me a sec, Letness, I want to finish exporting these sections. And just copy that texture over. And it is this one here, which is top right painted.tga. This one just here. Alright. Let's have a look. Oh, these are the textures you did for a weapon, yep. That's very nice. Yeah, nice. I like the wearing you've got happening here at the bottom of the grip. Nice touch. Interesting design. I like this one as well. That's really cool. Sure if you showed me these before or not. You may have, but you may not. That's an interesting look. I think my favourite is probably this one, I think. I really like the paintwork you got going on here. It's very cool. I like the texturing work you've done around the handle here. That's very, very nice too. And this fabric type texture you've got happening here. You took some design from car paints. Yeah, I can see that. It looks really good. It looks nice. Well, no, I know you can see. I can see that you can texture well. So I want to see one of your models, one of those characters textured up. Particularly the one you're working on now, because she's looking really good. She looks amazing texture. So texture her up once you've finished detailing her up. Because yeah, no, your texturing looks good. It's like gradient in one of these. Okay, cool. Yeah, but no, it looks nice, really good. So you should texture her up because she will look really good textured. Yeah, Heather and I agree. Texture Up is one of those characters because the detail that you model into them is wonderful. You copy the concept art really well and textured up. It would just look great. You can obviously texture, so I want to see one of them textured up as well. I'm with Heather. And like she says, I don't think you'd have a problem working for a studio or getting a job at a studio. I think we may have finished doing all of the exports for all of the normal maps that I want to create when I come back on Monday next week. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to export. I think we've got everything that will require a normal map. So I think we will leave it there for today, guys. Yeah, well, no, that's a good point. You know, the more detail you have in the base mesh, the easier it will be to paint. That's for sure. Particularly with character work. Yeah, having the detail is a good base to work from. And without a normal map, you'd have to paint it in. Yeah, and a normal map will always look better anyway than fake painting in things. Yeah, well, you know, a lot of people don't appreciate just how difficult texturing up a model can be as well. It's not just a case of throwing down a bitmap texture or something. It's a lot of work. You know, it takes an art as well. A lot of people, the modelling stage is difficult, but the texturing stage can be just as difficult and just as time consuming. But anyway, guys, I think I will leave it there for today. We've, like I said, exported all the pieces of the geometry that I want to bring into Null next week to create normal maps for. So when I come back on Monday, which is when I'm next streaming at 5 PM Pacific time in the US, we'll be working in Null, creating normal maps from these diffuse textures. And maybe some spec maps as well, just depending on the piece of geometry. Once we've saved out our normal maps, I'm then going to quickly open up Max again and attach all these pieces of geometry together so that we can export this model and bring it into Eon View to do some environment beauty renders with. And again, you'll notice when this model, pardon me, when this model is brought into View, with the normal maps assigned, it'll look quite different than what it looks here in the Max viewport, because this is just a low resolution, unrendered DirectX view of the model itself. So once we get the lighting set up in View and have the environment placed around it and start using some radiosity so that we have some reflected light and color happening, it will change the look of the model quite a bit. So yeah, but on Monday when I'm back on Monday, we will work with Null and create some normal maps, and then we'll do the export of the model attached next week, and then we will bring it into Eon View and start setting up our 3D environment so that we can render out some beauty shots. Well, that's true. The more you do something, the better at it you'll get. Yes, I'll see you on Monday, Leakness, and I'll see you, Heather, and Galen, and Sniper Echo, and anyone else that's watching. Thank you guys very much for watching and hanging out with me. Thank you guys that followed my Twitch channel today. Like I said, I really do appreciate it, so thank you. If you're not sure when I'm going to stream next, you can always keep an eye on my Twitter page at PhilDoes3D. I post 15 minutes before I'm about to go live, so keep an eye on my Twitter page if you're not sure, but my schedule is set and I always stream at 5 PM Pacific time in the US on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, so it's US times. So I'll be back on again on Monday at 5 PM next week. Yeah, I can't wait to see it in View as well. I mean, I've been working on it for so long. I get to the stage where I'm keen to see it in an environment now and rendered out. So That's the fun part at the end. This stage, I love what I do, and creating models and texturing them, painting them up is fun. But the most fun comes from creating a 3D environment. That's why I like bringing stuff into game engines as well, because you get that instant feedback and you can run through around the model. I really like that instant type feedback. So I'm looking forward to seeing it rendered up in Vue as well, and when we start creating a full 3D environment for it. Good. So thank you, Heather. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Lateness, Sniper Echo, thank all you guys, and anyone else that's watching that hasn't been in chat. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I will see you guys again on Monday next week. Have a good weekend, guys. See ya.